Hello, my gorgeous souls, and welcome back to my channel. So today's reading, as the title indicates, is going to be focused on your person's current intentions for you in the connection. And I have only done this reading once before, but I love asking this question because, I've done recent readings regarding your person's feelings. We just did a recent video as well on what your person most wants to say to you. And I think as much as those aspects of where your person is sitting energetically are important, people can feel a certain way for us, or they can have very deep desires and hopes and dreams for the connection. But sometimes we want to get a little bit more concrete in what they're leaning towards, what they're deciding, what may be coming, what you can expect in the near future in the connection. So I always take a look at that with my intention reading. I like to not only, check in, of course, to be well-rounded with your person on what their thoughts and feelings are, but, specifically with this intentions-based reading, I like to look at what their next action might be, what you can actually expect from them in this connection. Again, thoughts, feelings, desires, those are all very different from concrete steps that your person may or may not take towards you or in regards to you in your connection to them. So this is a fun one. I love doing this. I don't know why I haven't done it more recently, but I'm excited to bring it to you today. We have 3 piles for you as usual. And, we'll start again with the tarot. We'll pull some oracle. I'll even pull message cards for you. And we're just going to get all of the details on what your person is intending for the two of you. This can be no contact, limited contact, or you guys could have just seen each other, yesterday. Any sort of situation, no worries. This reading is for you if you are finding yourself here today sharing and connecting space with me. So go ahead and select a pile, whichever one is drawing you in most or whichever crystal calls to you most. We have 3 beautiful, abundant looking decks, again, in honor of March, the month of abundance, St. Patrick's Day, lots of green, lots of gold tones, rainbow vibes, just really, really beautiful stuff. I tried to select some decks that you guys would be really drawn to. So pile 1 is going to be the Wandering Star Tarot, a favorite of the channel, and that is going to be with the olive green calcite. I do not believe I've used that tower before on the channel, so happy to make its debut. It looks stunning as far as I can tell with the lighting of the morning sun coming in. Looks great. Pile 2 is the Tarot of Unknown Shadows with that beautiful gold gilding backs and sides, and that is with the Rainforest Jasper Tower. Again, a first for the channel to be bringing out some of these other green shades. Loving it. And then pile 3 is the Tarot de Carlotydes, and that is going to be with that lime calcite tower. Take a moment to see which deck is resonating for you most. There is a message, I'm sure, for you in one of these piles. Go ahead and look at the timestamps as well if that draws you in and kind of helps you make a decision. And then when you have selected your pile, I'll meet you over there in a second for your reading. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose this gorgeous olive green calcite. First time on the channel with that one. It is stunning. I love how it picked up all of the gold tones in this beautiful Wandering Star Tarot with all of those rainbow vibes as well. I try to get festive and pick, decks that remind me of the time of year we're in. We have spring coming just ahead, the idea of renewal, rebirth, things coming back to life, obviously abundance being the month of March if you're catching this when it is first being uploaded. So we've got the rainbows and all of those bright colors to give us encouragement to go forward. Yeah, it's a great time of year. So pile 1, before I get off on a tangent, we are going to be taking a look at your person's intentions today. So again, as I stated in the intro, if you skipped that part, this is meant for you regardless of the state of union or, lack of union that you are in with your person. You could be in complete no contact, a full-on separation. You could be in limited contact. You could have just seen your person, yesterday. Either way, this reading is both timeless and meant for you at the time you're finding it. Be assured that if you've crossed paths with this video today, there is a message somewhere within waiting for you regarding your person and their current intentions. So we're going to get to the details for you, figure out what your person is little bit thinking and feeling, and then more so where they're shifting energetically in terms of what action they may take towards you in the near future. We're going to start with the Wandering Star Tarot and also pull some oracle cards. We'll get some messages at the end for you, get all the details. So while I am shuffling for a moment, pile one, go ahead and set your intention to be in receiving mode for these messages today, that you are open to Spirit to bring forth whatever you most need to hear regarding your person. And when you've done that, also go ahead, if you feel called to, select a sign. Any sign at all, can be a person, a place, a name, a number, an animal, anything that is of significance to you, that when you see that sign, you can anchor the message and affirm that it is true for you. Let's see, for pile one, what are pile one's person's current intentions? We're going to start with dropping some cards on the floor. Why not, huh? You know, these feel really significant, but I'm putting them back, and if they're meant to come out, they'll come out again. So first, what I think I'll do is I'll just pull quickly just at the top here a couple cards on what your person is thinking and then feeling. So top row will be thinking, bottom row feeling, and then we'll pull intentions from there. So pile one's person, their thoughts, please. We have the 10 of Wands. There we are. I always have to stand up and check the camera because I'm short. So when I'm sitting, I can't always see the full picture, full perspective that you guys have at first. So excuse me. Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the 7 of Pentacles. And feelings, 9 of Swords, the Empress, the Sun, Strength, and the 6 of Pentacles. I think I think I should pull a few oracle cards. There we go. Just excuse me for that wobbliness for a moment. We should pull some oracle. Let's see how this person is currently feeling. This is the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. And this is a new deck that I actually just recently did a deck review on. So if you're interested in seeing this deck up close, I invite you to check that out. Rose without thorns, you have a right to your joy, peace, sweetness of life. And after the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over, and acceptance. You know, I'll pull a few more. I don't want to get too in depth with the thoughts and feelings. I've done full readings on those recently, but we'll get just a few so we can get a good picture of things. Beauty, and that definitely resonates there with that Empress energy. And North Star. Okay, so pile one, how is your person first of all thinking and feeling about you? That helps to anchor also the messages that come through regarding their intentions. So pile one, this person is feeling so much beautiful energy surrounding you. First of all, central to the entire spread, we have the Sun. And this is the energy of vitality and warmth. And, you know, it says energy, light, life. It's just a beautiful heart-centered energy. Look at how she even has that heart symbol in the center of her chest, you know, the heart chakra. This is someone who's fired up and just feels so alive and feels so positive and optimistic about your connection. And they feel very abundant when they're in your energy. They have the Empress coming out as their current feelings for you, which relate to me with this beauty card here. this idea of just, again, being so in awe of you because you represent for them, essentially everything that they'd be looking for in a partner. I do think that your person overall has very deep feelings for you that are leaning towards considering a relationship. The reason why I say considering is because it's coming through to me that this person has been in recent time in a lot of anxiety, struggling to move forward, to reciprocate in equal measure. I think that is, positively as they feel for you, as much as there's a lot of depth of emotion, a lot of sincere intention here, just coming through in their emotions for you, how deeply they feel for you. Of course, they want to do right by you. Of course, they want to give to you. With the Six of Pentacles energy, this is all about the idea of reciprocation. It even says receive, family, give. This is like charity, wanting to be giving in equal measure to the connection, feeling, all of that, again, beautiful abundance with this Empress energy. They see all of, what you bring to their life, all of this gorgeous, just radiant positivity is what I'm getting. Again, with this sun, you really brighten up their life, pile one. Rose without thorns. You have a right to your joy, peace, sweetness of life. Again, do think that this person is struggling right now to flow with life a little bit with this Nine of Swords energy. They're definitely struggling to release some negative thought patterns. Fear-based is coming through very strongly, as well as limited views on the potential of the connection in the reality, in the 3D. As much as they struggle amidst all of these gorgeous feelings that they have, and then at the same time doubting, am I good enough, or can this really work out? We have the North Star energy here, which is a beautiful card, indicative of somebody, North Star is about your true north, seeing the true potential, the value in this, knowing that this has such a, ability to turn into something wonderful. Promise, and we have here after the rain, which is making me think after this a period of anxiety resolves, we have silver lining, relief, hope, mercy. It's over an acceptance. And what I'm pulling from this card with this rainbow symbol, again, you've also selected the Wandering Star Tarot, which is symbolic of a lot of rainbow and colorful energies. And we have True North again. So this idea of hope and belief and faith, trusting. I do think your person is trusting. We have strength here, control, courage. They are, feeling their way through things, even though they may be reserved, holding back slightly. Not as eager, I guess, to move things forward at a quick pace in a practical sense. They're definitely still having this large reserve or this depth, this well of emotion for you, these positive feelings, these feelings of promise and of, again, just the abundance to come. They see that, they feel it, and they know that it's there, that if they give to this, connection in equal measure, that they can see this blossoming into something big. And even as they feel that, again, all of this hopefulness, all of this desire, their thoughts are very reflective of where they're currently sitting. So we have just above the sun here in the central energy for thoughts is the Four of Swords. This is somebody who's, needing rest, who's needing respite. Again, this is alluded back to the after the rain, silver lining, relief, and hope. I think this person's been in a period of struggle, feeling very much in high demand. It says burden, demands, and overload. So with this Ten of Wands energy, this person could be feeling very burdened, very overwhelmed, very out of balance. And again, it's coming up over this card of anxiety and worry. So there is a lot of intrusive thoughts that this person is having. I'm definitely sensing a lot of fear coming through. And it concerns the idea of really grounding this connection in the 3D. Again, as I said, really beautiful feelings for you, pile one, but there is an unwillingness at this time to really act. We have this Knight of Wands energy, which is, about coming forward. It's about quickness, passion, a liveliness, that divine inspiration. But with this Four of Swords presenting, I really don't think that person, your person, is acting on this, even though this is what they would like to do, what they're thinking of. They think about it all the time. I'm hearing they're constantly drawn to you and wanting to come forward to you, and they hold themselves back with this strength energy. they're not ready for this new beginning. You know, they think about it often, they daydream about it, they envision it again, you know, with fertility and love coming out as keywords as well for that Empress energy. And then we have beauty and North Star again. Just makes me think of this person having these very deep, you know, romanticized fantasies and hopes about the future between the two of you, and just really seeing the potential for this connection to move forward in a big way. Beginnings, prosperity, all indicated with that Ace of Pentacles, and yet it's just not the time with this Four of Swords. It's time for rest and recovery, and it's this quiet time. I do think that they're looking at the long-term potential. You know, they're thinking and considering in this dreamlike state that they remain in. They're looking at the long-term potential and really what it would take to be successful in this connection. And again, they recognize that in order for there to be a true chance, or for this connection to have a real sincere ability to go forward, they have to show up in equal measure to match your energy. And right now, I just don't think they have a whole lot of energy that they can give pile one. With this Four of Swords, again, they're feeling very withdrawn, or very much the need to reserve energy, to preserve themselves, to hold back, to fight another day. You know, again, I think this is both current thoughts, but also the current state of energy that they're in. You know, what are they feeling so overwhelmed about with this Ten of Wands? What are they feeling so overwhelmed about? The Four of Wands. So for a lot of you, again, this could be a fear of commitment, Create or No card. And we have Justice. This is very much about a relationship. So this is either, could be a relationship they're already in. This could also be getting into a relationship, a prior relationship that they've had that didn't go well. You know, any one of those scenarios. This is definitely surrounding the idea of commitment, either an established commitment or the idea of engaging and entertaining the thought of, again, that new beginning with that Ace of Pentacles, and beginning you know, a life between the two of you together in this union, in this actual relationship, indicative of the Four of Wands and Justice. So they're feeling, you know, very strongly for you, but they're also feeling a lot of fear, and they're sitting and allowing that kind of overthinking process to rule both their head and heart at this time. They're really needing to have a lot of, again, respite from their intrusive thoughts, from this overwhelming, overpowering, burdensome energy that they're currently sitting in. As much desire as they have, as much eagerness as they feel to move things forward and to really take that next step with you, to begin investing in the connection, they just are not currently allowing themselves to gravitate towards that energy and take things forward. But that's good to know, because that helps us in framing what the intentions are going forward. But you know, I like to do thoughts and feelings just briefly first. If it doesn't sound like this is your person, if things are going, you know, really well, if they already are committed to you or have indicated they're, you know, wanting to commit in the near future, this may not be your pile. Go ahead and select another one. That's perfectly fine. But this is definitely someone who's struggling with the idea of a commitment, a relationship, and really coming forward and showing up in a strong, a strong, stable way. I just don't think they're there yet with that energy. So for pile one, now let's go ahead and ask intentions for this person. What are pile one's person's intentions towards pile one? What are their intentions towards you? We have the Fool, which is beautiful. The King of Wands. This is what I was hoping to see. We went from a knight to a king. We have the High Priestess. The Nine of Cups and the Hanged Man, clarifying this energy. We have the Knight of Cups, the Three of Swords, the World, the Two of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. From the Priestess of Light Oracle deck, pile one, their intentions for you presently. Divine Feminine, magnetic receptive power. Balance, stability, standing firm. From the Deep Place Oracle, once again, we have Glamour. And we have Reunion right there. Beautiful. This is really wonderful. I'm loving the energy of this. Okay. So, give me just a moment. I apologize for that wobbliness. Okay. So, pile 1. Your person's intentions towards you are very optimistic. First of all, it's important to highlight for you that, again, they see so much potential in this connection. With this Glamour card coming out, I really strongly believe that this person just feels like you are everything for them. You are the pinnacle of the American dream, or, you know, if you're not American, that thought process, that phrasing just represents kind of like having it all, you know, having the house, having the family, having the children, having the material abundance surrounding you, having stability, having love. It's truly about manifesting all of your desires. This person is seeing you as, yeah, everything, just a truly abundant, beautiful life. We also have this 9 of Cups energy, which again is this idea of this dream, this wish fulfillment, this idealistic happiness that they not only want and hope for or wish for with you, but that they believe is possible. They know that that would come if they make the decision to move forward. I think it might be a little bit discouraging for you to recognize that, you know, obviously the Hanged Man here is an energy of self-suspension, of limitation. And I do think your person will be sitting in that energy still for a period of time. However, you know, the spark of desire is there, and this person is lit up for you with this King of Wands. Again, you know, I'm feeling like this person is regaining power. We had the cards previously coming out about rest, recovery. We had the 4 of Swords. We had this card as well, After the Rain, with relief and hope. And then we have balance, stability, standing firm. This is somebody regaining their footing, regaining their power, and being magnetized back to you with this Divine Feminine, magnetic receptive power. This person is going to be coming into their own power, overcoming obstacles, overcoming pain of the past, any sort of fear-based limitations that they have. And eventually, and we did ask in the not too far off future, this person is planning to come forward and offer a new beginning. Now, for each of you, this is going to look a little different. I do think overall this is going to present as some sort of an offer. With this Knight of Cups here, offers, invitations, emotional outpouring. This person is, you know, going to be more expressive. That's what I'm getting, is this is going to be a truly emotive offer of their sincere emotion, their sincere desires with you, what they foresee for the future. I do think they're going to just be really communicative and very much sharing with you where they see things heading, not too far off. It's important to note, though, with this energy, and what are you wanting to tell me with that, Spirit? Let's go ahead and get a few cards. They're cautioning me. Give me just a moment. Okay. Okay. In the beginning, this is going to come in slow. So this offer that's going to be presented to you, pile 1, is going to be not as grandiose as maybe what you'd be expecting. This isn't going to be, you know, flowers and candy and them writing your name in the sky with an airplane. It's not going to be that deep, but it is going to be very, again, emotionally grounded. This person is going to be presenting forth with a lot of sincere and genuine emotion. I don't think that they're the best communicator. So what's coming through is that while they're very much set on moving this and shifting things forward into a really good place, again, this 2 of Cups energy is harmony and partnership, and you've got partnership indicated in other areas of your cards as well. as much as that's going to be kind of the general theme of the message and the general energy that they'll be representing, they're coming in with this King of Pentacles, which again is a very sincere, this is someone you can trust. The King of Wands energy, while it's beautiful, it's very, passionate and alive and motivated. The Wands energy is not so enduring. I love seeing the King of Pentacles, which tells me that this offer is going to be one that you can trust, that it's real. It's just that this person, maybe isn't able to communicate that in the best way, or isn't able in some other regard to share with you kind of the full scope of things at a level that maybe you would appreciate. But there's a message here from Spirit to just be receptive, because it is leading you on the path to what you're desiring with this person, which is, that relationship, that Two of Cups. But it just may show up in a little bit of a different way than what you were expecting initially. This person is also planning to release a lot of, again, these limiting beliefs, these feelings of lack, of inability to move things forward. I do think that they're kind of, in a stuck sort of an energy currently, a stagnancy. It's not truly being stuck. We're never really stuck. In fact, usually what the case is we're just manifesting a lot of the same energy over and over. Energy is cyclic. It's ever evolving and ever changing. However, if we continue to have the same beliefs and thought patterns, we're going to continue to manifest the same. What is this person releasing with this Hanged Man energy? Three of Pentacles, the Lovers. Hopefully you can see those cards, and the Devil. What are they releasing here? Quite honestly, it's striking me as a very egoic representation of materialism, only finding value or believing that their worth is based upon how well they're doing in the working world or in their career, their finances. This person feels very limited in coming forward to you until some type of practical matter has been resolved. So what they're releasing is, as it appears, coming into awareness that they don't actually have this strong sense of lack, or they don't possess an inherent sense of lack as much as they may feel. And also releasing the resistance associated with that, believing that that's the only way they can come forward to you, is once this has been resolved. It's going to be able to make a decision, come forward in a more, again, concrete way, whether it's perfect or not. This person is going to feel that divine inspiration to do so. They're releasing the ties that bind them back, that are related to maybe some things in their life not being perfectly aligned. They're going to start moving out of and shifting out of that energy of feeling that unless everything is perfect, I have nothing to offer this person. This person is going to understand that there's a lot more to this connection than what meets the eye, or what meets, materially speaking, what they can offer and provide to you. There's going to be a lot more that they can bring to the table. And it shows that they're going to be coming into awareness with that, with the just Judgment card presenting. They're going to start feeling more empowered. Again, they're going to be stepping into this King of Wands energy. So somebody who is ready to take the lead and take charge. You will not need to be chasing this person. This person is going to, again, be magnetized back to you, pile one. Their intentions, really are to do a lot of healing work and releasing so that they can come forward with this new beginning. And this central energy that presented for me immediately as I flipped over this card, the High Priestess, which is card 2. This is about intuition and trust and inner knowing, and yet the mystery of life. With the World here, I just felt very strongly this is somebody who is stepping out of a need to control everything, a need to know everything at every turn. This is someone who's stepping into trust and faith, and who is getting good or becoming more stable despite the unknown, not needing to know. They're getting comfortable with the unknown is what I should say. They're definitely feeling more at peace despite some things, again, maybe not being fully aligned for union, but again, desiring it so much anyway, and suddenly having this surge or this uptick of inspiration that prompts them to, return to you. This is somebody who is going to be coming back, who wants to have that reunion with you. And I don't think things are going to be perfect at that time. As I said, this is definitely somebody who right now feels like unless everything is perfectly in balance and all of my ducks are in a row, I have nothing to give this person. And yet I think that what's important here to remember is that they can make the decision to come forward at any time, but they have to feel strong and in their power to do it, to seek out that which they want most. And I do think that that's coming. I do think that they're going to be shifting out of this kind of very difficult, stressed, burdened energy, and they're going to be stepping back into hope and faithfulness and just excitement, fun, really enjoying things. So let's go ahead and get a few final cards. What else can we expect? What else can we expect from pile one's person for pile one? We have the Tower, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, this is going to be sudden. Some of you are out of communication. That's indicated with the reunion card here. But we have the Tower, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. So this may be an offer that, again, comes in slow. It may take some time. Yeah, you're working with someone who's a little bit stubborn, who's a little bit resistant to act and pull forward. However, and we have the Ten of Swords energy here at the bottom of the deck. So cycles ending and closing out. But once this happens, once this shift occurs and communication comes back in, it's going to come in swift and it's going to make you feel amazing. So look forward to that. That's exciting. The Tower doesn't always have to be scary, and in this case, I don't feel that it is at all. What else? What else is coming for pile one and their person? We have fullness, imagination, threshold, and creation. So you have many number threes that have come through in your reading today. We have the Three of Cups, of course, the Three of Pentacles. We had Empress energy, which is, of course, the energy embodied of creation coming through for you. What else can we expect in the near future for pile one's person and their intentions? We have codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you, and take the next step. So this person, again, is really taking that time to incubate, to rest, to recover, and to formulate a plan on how to come forward. They're doing a lot beneath the surface that you can't see currently, pile one. Brothers of the Rose, sacred masculine, honor, protection, and support. So it's interesting how we had first this divine feminine energy, which you think of Empress, which has come out. And then we also have this beautiful masculine representative of the Emperor, which has also come out for you. So this is, again, someone coming into balance. We also had, of course, the Balance card. Someone stepping into power, balancing their energies, and really, finding the strength to take charge, to come back forward towards you. That's that King of Wands again. Someone fired up and ready. But at the same time, with this King of Pentacles, very grounded and solid and secure. They've taken a lot of time to really consider their next move before they do so. We have fullness here, which is just coming through to me as almost like a 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups energy. This is the energy of fulfillment and happiness, with Three of Cups also coming out for you. This just everything falling into place. Again, this person with this glamour card as well. We had those, what was that card? What was that card that came out earlier? The Nine of Cups has come out for you. We've also had the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's been a lot of beautiful energies that are all centered around this person just, again, really daydreaming and fantasizing and seeing the big potential here. That was kind of the theme of the reading. So to see fullness come out along with imagination, this person is dreaming big and they're ready to manifest it and make it happen. That spark of creation, when it occurs, again, with this Wands energy, it will be swift. The Tower, it'll come out very quickly for you. Things will change in a very rapid pace when it's time. It's not time yet, pile one, but you're at the threshold. You're at the very beginning of the precipice of this beautiful energy of both creation and change, transformation, and the ending of a cycle of pain for both of you, and then a reunion, a beautiful coming back together in a better form. So we'll close it off. Let's get some messages from your person, pile one. What would your person like to say to you? We are using the White Rose Guidance Divine Love Messages Volume 2. This was a gift from Jen. Thank you so much. Love this. These are really cute. You're like my long lost best friend. I didn't fall in love with you because I have always loved you. I have always loved you and always will. The taste of your presence is something I will never ever be able to forget. I am drawn to your deep intelligence and wisdom. That's more Empress energy. Things aren't always as they seem, and I want to be there for you, there to take care of you. So again, you know, this person does have a desire to come in and, you know, equally give. We had that Six of Pentacles energy come out at the beginning of the reading. We have the King of Pentacles here. This person is desiring, you know, being that stable figure for you. I am drawn to your deep intelligence and wisdom. The taste of your presence, it's something I will never, ever be able to forget. You have left such a lasting impression on them. You know, there's no way that they can't see your divine just essence and power. You know, it's very deeply imprinted on their soul. And I just don't think that there's any way that they could step away from that permanently, or that they couldn't pursue this at a deep level. It says, you're like my long lost best friend. They truly do feel such a deep and full, you know, well-rounded connectedness to you. I love this one. I didn't fall in love with you because I have always loved you and always will. I do think this person has very, very deep feelings. Again, that soul resonance, that could be lasting lifetimes. There's definitely a familiarity with you. Just such a strong desire to get back to a good place with you, because again, it feels very strongly like these deep emotions run, you know, at their core, even though they may feel like they need to hold back at this present time. It says things aren't always as they seem. So as they hold back, pile one, there really is so much that they want to bring forward. And it looks like they're going to be doing that in a hopefully not too far off distant future. I would say, you know, tarot accurately looks within the next few months. So look to perhaps spring being a renewal for you, but in the meantime, that incubation period where they're just readying themselves, they're getting prepared to come forward, to step forward with that offer. But yeah, it looks like there's a lot of happenings that are coming in creation. That's so, so exciting. So pile one, I hope that's been of help to you. If you've enjoyed this reading, I have so many others like it. I have multiple playlists with all sorts of different types of love-based readings, readings intended for healing, high vibrational living. It means so much to me that you've decided to connect with me today and share space. I hope to see you in a future reading. And until next time, pile one, take great care of yourself. Bye-bye. Hi, pile two. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Rainforest Jasper Tower and the Tarot of Unknown Shadows, an independently created deck that is just beautiful. Lots of gold tones, collage images that are very vintage. My favorite. And today we're going to be taking a look at your person's current intentions for you in the connection, whether you are in full contact, no contact. You may have seen this person a year ago, yesterday, whatever the case may be. This reading is for you. Trust that it is timeless. You're finding it at the right time and space for whatever messages you need to hear most regarding your connection and your person, their current intentions for you. So we're going to begin with the tarot. I'll also pull lots of oracle cards. We'll begin by actually taking a look at your person's current feelings, thoughts and feelings, just to get a little bit of an idea of where they're currently sitting before, so we can help to frame those intentions that come through a little bit more easily. And before we begin with the reading, I'd like you to take a moment to set your intention to be in receiving mode regarding these messages from Spirit today, that you're open to receiving whatever insights need to come through from Spirit regarding your person. And when you've done that as well, go ahead and select a sign if that calls to you to do so. That can be anything of significance to you, that when you see it, it'll just help to anchor those messages for you and affirm them as true for you. So, again, we're starting with the thoughts will be the top row. Feelings just beneath that. We'll see where your person's currently sitting right now with your connection. Pile two. What are their person's current thoughts for pile two, please? We have the Nine of Swords. This also came out for pile one, only in the feelings. the Lovers, Judgment. Some of the same cards coming out. How interesting. The Six of Wands. And the Nine of Wands. Feelings. We have the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. The Five of Swords. The Two of Cups. My goodness. The Queen of Swords. This person is all over the place for you, pile 2. And Justice. And the Tower. Okay. For this portion, what else? I pulled Oracle with the last pile. Let's do that for you all as well. We're going to do the Deep Place Oracle. Lovely, independently created deck. It's stunning. I don't know if I showed it in pile 1, but like these card backs and sides, just probably the most beautiful I've ever seen. We have the Underworld and Pilgrimage. And from the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, I did just recently do a deck review, a full kind of flip through and deck review of this oracle. If you're interested, that video is going to be in one of my playlists. You can check that out. We have the Bud, Potential, Promise, It's About to Happen, and Keep Going. Lots of optimistic piles in the energy, or energy in the piles today. Trust the seasons, embracing change, cycles of life, transition, and growth. So your person's current energy, pile 2, they're definitely in a state of anxiety. Their thoughts are very fear-based. They're very focused on, I think the depth of the feeling that they're having for you is a little bit overwhelming to them, quite honestly. What's coming through to me is they weren't looking for this. This isn't something that they wanted. I'll amend that to say, you know, they very much want you, pile 2, but this wasn't, a relationship wasn't something that they were actually seeking out. You know, it's been a big wake-up call to them, you know, to feel these feelings again for somebody, or they're very surprised at the level and the depth of emotion that they've been able to feel for you. They think about this often. This is a continual source of just enlightenment and shock, but I'm also getting, you know, it's a battle between their head and heart, you know, their mind and their emotions. This person wants, you know, a successful outcome here. And at the same time, you know, there's a lot of distance emotionally currently. I do think that they have a hard time of actually flowing with the divine plan right now. You know, they're very resistant. They're very cautious. Again, I think that they've not been looking for something of this level or this caliber. They've faced, you know, difficulty in the past when it came to relationships. When I see the Underworld here, which reminds me of the Death card, of course, we have this rose here indicative of love. We have the 2 candles lit, which is enlightenment. It's, you know, spark of inspiration. It's divinity to me. We have, of course, the skull, which is reminding me of that death energy, transformation and change. And then the moon here with intuition, guidance, spiritual wisdom. I think this person's undergoing a lot of transition, a lot of spiritual evolution as a result of this connection. But, you know, the underworld, think of Hades, you know, Greek mythology. The underworld was like essentially hell. It was a dark place. It wasn't a place of light and beauty and good feeling. The underworld is, you know, where spirit energy goes, where it's, you know, in the dark, in a not great place. I think that's where your person's energetically sitting, is kind of in this evolutionary period. It could be a dark night of the soul, but it's definitely just somebody who is taking their time and sort of getting caught up in the abyss a bit. They're really on an inward journey with this pilgrimage card, pile 2. So as I was saying, pile 2, this person's on a very inward journey. Dark night of the soul could be for some of them, depending on how deeply that goes. But this person's just in a seeking mode right now. They're trying to rebalance. They're trying to, resolve, I think, some inner fears, inner inadequacies, again, lack of stability, limiting beliefs regarding, love in general. This is a similar energy to pile 1, slightly different circumstances, but, I do think this person has a lot of love for you. Obviously, with this Ace of Cups coming out for feelings, first and foremost, this person has big, big love. They want, that cup is overflowing, for you. They want to share that love with you. And with the Two of Cups coming out as well, again, this is like this deep soul resonance. This could be actual soulmate energy. They feel a very strong pull towards you and a very strong, again, connectivity between you. And at the same time, there's just these swords cards coming out as well for feelings indicative of emotional distance, of hesitation, of, quite honestly, with these two presenting here with the Five of Swords and the Queen of Swords, we have almost a bitterness, a very cynical, a skewed view on love is what I'm getting. And so as a result of that, they're very, very hesitant. They're ruminating a lot in this energy of what to do about this connection. I'm seeing that there's a lot of awakening and enlightenment that's come through for them. But at the same time, with that awareness and clarity comes a lot of still uncertainty and anxiety, things that they're trying to push through to have success. But at the present time, it does feel as though they're struggling a bit. And at the same time, I do think that they're beginning to trust. We have trust the seasons, embracing change, cycles of life, transition, and growth. And again, we have that same transitional energy presenting in the underworld here. I do think this person is shifting and is growing out of this energy of anxiety or of hesitation, of fear regarding this connection, regarding love in general. This person wants, success. Again, they want to have a new beginning. Everyone pretty much desires a beautiful, loving, committed relationship, but in terms of actually pursuing it, that's another matter. And then at the same time, we have the bud, potential, promise, it's about to happen, and keep going. I think this is a message from Spirit that your person has a lot of potential within them. They hold a lot of promise for what they could be in a connection with you if only they can overcome some of these obstacles that they're currently facing. So let's go ahead and now see what else. Before I ask intentions, I want to know what else we need to know about this person, their current struggles, what else may be affecting the connection that you need to be aware of, pile 2. Okay, we have quite a few. We have Shadow. This is a card that is specific to this deck. We have the Three of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. So again, there's really a strong energy here of past betrayal, or, there's just like grief, loss, disappointment surrounding love. I just think your person's processing through a lot of that, and that's part of their shadow, part of this darker, underworld energy presenting. They do have, I say, a dark side, but I don't think this is like an evil, deceptive, or dangerous sort of a presence to them. But I do think they have a dark side that they don't fully illuminate and let show how deeply, specifically, in fear that they are, or how bitter they truly are towards the idea of a relationship. They still hold a lot of pain, a lot of anger, a lot of resentment within them. And those are things that are going to obviously need to be resolved before they can come forward in a really concrete way for you. So now that we understand a little bit where your person is sitting, let's actually ask for their intentions. What are pile 2's current intentions for pile 2 in the relationship or the connection, please? We have the Queen of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Page of Coins or the Page of Cups. We have the Magician. That's beautiful. And we have the Emperor. Clarifying these energies. We have the Four of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, Five of Coins, the Queen of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. Interesting. All right, and go ahead and get out some more Oracle. This is the Priestess of Light Oracle deck. Intentions for pile 2, please. Healing Earth, the power to give and receive healing. This is the sort of the place where your person is sitting energetically, you know, and there may be some things that you want to reflect on and heal as well, and you can both do those things simultaneously. Adjustment, looking back and moving forward. Again, there's that hesitation. She looks very apprehensive there. We'll get a few more of the Deep Place Oracle. We have Stillness. And the Forgotten Place. Okay. Slight trigger warning for pile 2. Everything is good. Clarity is always important. Pile 2, your person is going to take this incredibly slow. So, you know, if you were hoping for really quick progress or a big, huge shift coming, I do think that, you know, of course, there's always that potential, that promise of a new day. They could have a major epiphany. They could, you know, free will, decide tomorrow to do something differently. But as it presents for me as I'm reading, this person is, you know, pretty hesitant to move forward. In fact, I think that where they are being guided and where they feel the need to reside right now in this connection is in a very, you know, calm place of stillness, of peace, of healing. We have several indicators of this person, you know, being in a state of indecision or inability to really ground things and step forward. We have the Two of Swords coming out, which again is that idea of confusion, of indecision, not wanting to make a decision. Not feeling strong enough with this Five of Pentacles energy, not good enough. Again, they don't feel good about relationships in general, as drawn as they are to you. We have this Queen of Wands presenting, excuse me. And as I say that, my throat closing up. So that's interesting. I think this person has a lot of difficulty in communicating, a lot of difficulty in being authentic, fully. Again, that's not to say that they're deceptive, but I think they hold a lot back. You know, as drawn as they are to you, there's just really, with stillness, again, there's a need to kind of take this slow. We have Healing Earth, the power to give and receive healing. And again, I had stated when I pulled that card, there's definitely cycles closing out and completing for each of you. This is a number 10 reduces to, and that's all about completions, the ends of cycles. You know, powerful healing is taking place for your person. The Forgotten Place is alluding to, for me, the idea of where they were at a period of time in their life energetically, where they felt more optimism, where they felt more joy, more sincere happiness, more trust and faith in the idea of love. You know, and we even have adjustment here, which is reducing to a card number 6, the number of unconditional love, looking back, moving forward. This person is going to be reflecting a lot and has been reflecting a lot on their past. But it's only in doing so that they're able to feel catalyzed enough and powerful enough to move beyond that energy. Again, they're healing that past. They're returning to that place, you know, where they felt a little bit more hopefulness, a little bit more promise, and I'll say a naivety, but it's just an internal optimism regarding relationships. And by doing so, that will eventually allow them to feel more in this manifestor, this magician energy, to really come forward and seek out that happiness with this 10 of Pentacles. You know, this person very much is a stable, solid presence, you know, and they want to continue to be that. They want to continue to show up in this connection in the way that they can, but they can't ground things right now is what we're seeing. Their intentions are to just maintain their own sense of stability. And to be quite honest with you, you know, as much as, again, with this Queen of Cups, with this Four of Wands, they see you as such an ideal, worthwhile partner. They want to eventually have more with you. I do think in the immediate present, what you're going to be seeing is somebody who's allowing you to lead, who's kind of taking the back seat of things, who's not able to come fully forward. And again, with that authenticity, with that energy and that power of creation and of, manifesting. I just think that they're in a period of healing, a period of stillness, a need to self-reflect, sort of a life review. This relationship has really caused them to take a deep inward look at how they've been living life in the past few years, how they process through grief, how they process through loss, how they view love, and also helping them to frame or reframe what they hope for their life in the future. So in terms of intentions, towards you, it's going to continue to show up as best as they can. And I think that you're going to enjoy more, wonderful times with this person, pile 2. But at the same time, this person is in a period of flux, in a period of needing to heal and needing to continue to find balance and stability within before they can really take that action, that energy, and move that towards action. Towards energy with you. Yeah, we have Temperance here. They're wanting to balance. They're wanting to come together with you, but right now, 4 of Cups, it's just a little bit of a difficult time. We have the Sun, though, coming out and illuminating this dark shadow, as you see, that's like very dark, and it almost looks like a solar eclipse. So there is, illumination and enlightenment and beautiful optimism that will be returning. Happiness, again, that's coming up right by the 10 of Pentacles as well. But we have the Hanged Man. And we have the Devil. Again, this person is going through a dark night of the soul. They're needing that time to sort of step back and reflect and just take that space for themselves to work through things so that they can have first inward balance. And that can give you a lease on that too. That gives you sort of the ability to take a step back and do your own healing work, to give and receive healing to each other, and to both take that for yourself so that you then can come back together in this beautiful energy when the time is right. And have this just wonderful emotional happiness and fulfillment. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and close things off. Get some messages from your person, pile 2. What would pile 2's person choose to say to pile 2? We're using the White Rose Guidance Divine Love Messages Volume 2 deck. This was a gift from Jen. Very, very happy with these. Loving them. Thank you so much. And let's see, for pile 2, I find you in music. You guys may enjoy listening to music together, I get. Otherwise, they may just, this person may struggle to be authentic, as I said, with their expression, but perhaps music is an easier way that they can convey things to you. I want to create with you. Yeah, Magician energy. Everything I do reminds me of you. They can't escape you. Now that they've met you, now that they've connected with you, now that they feel this deep, again, soul resonance, it's very difficult for them to move away from this energy. You are always so sweet. And I feel like I've been missing you my whole life. You're my lost paradise. And so I'm hearing that that's a big part of what they reflect on, pile 2, is there's a lot of regret, a lot of guilt, a lot of shame about past choices that they've made, past partners that they've had perhaps, that they wish they could do things over. They wish they could have never experienced those things. They wish they weren't damaged. They do feel like you're lost paradise, like you're just, again, this sun, this radiant energy for them. And they feel so much closeness and such a comfortability with you. I do think this is why they so deeply desire to come together with you despite not being ready. I don't think this person can stay away from you. Again, they're so magnetized. We've got this sun energy. It just makes me think of like a moth to a flame, all of this darkness, and then this just like ring of light that just draws in your focus. I want to create with you. Everything I do reminds me of you. I just think that they envision so much for the future. A lot of their intention right now is, again, in this stillness, this steadying, calibrating energy, but that doesn't mean that they're not still creating with their thoughts and with their beliefs and their desires. And as long as they can keep all of that in a good place, they're still moving things along in a great way. And you're always so sweet. They really have a lot of appreciation for you and for your connection. So don't ever doubt that either. As much as they may not be able to come forward, again, always be so expressive or so, action oriented in terms of bringing, shifts and changes in this connection, moving things forward in a committed sense, they do feel so much sweetness. They see your beauty, they see your light, they see, how much value you've brought to their life, and they appreciate that so very much. And I think that'll very much continue and will continue to grow as well, as long as again they can continue to rebalance, which I do think they will. And then that'll grow in your connection as well, getting things becoming deeper, just more, more more balanced, more aligned for union. I'm going to go ahead and pull 2 of these. I feel called to. The child within, inner mother, innocence, gentleness, and tenderness. The anointed, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, and soul gifts. And then codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. This is a card that came out for pile 1 as well. Again, these piles are connected. So the reason I felt guided to pull this is just because, again, there's so much energy coming through about this person and what they desire with you, or the potential that they see, and how deeply they do feel despite not communicating it. Again, with a child within, I just think this is nurturing the inner child, nurturing a part of themselves, a forgotten part of themselves, where they were more childlike, they were more innocent, at least in their approach to love, and they had, a more...
It's time for lunch. This routine will end in 20 minutes.
She interrupts
Enjoy
me
your meal.
every single day. That may be a sign for you. If you've been here at the channel for any length of time, you know that she interrupts almost every day, unless I completely unplug her, and that's difficult because there are so many alarms and things I have to be aware of. But at any rate, with the anointed, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, and soul gifts. Again, I think that as much as they just need to return to self, they are, rebalancing, realigning, getting in touch with their inner spirit. They're going to have, they're going to come to a point in time where they can answer the call, where they can take that leadership, where they can go, inward enough and find that inner strength and resolve and power that they can come forward in a more solid, grounded, and secure way for you. What's happening right now, and why this was most important to bring out, is look at how this is looking like a fetus in the womb. Codes of the seeds, the blueprint is within you. Take the next step. I pulled this card for personal readings. Again, I pulled it in pile 1 every single time. This references a lot going on beneath the surface, a lot of things sort of in an incubation phase, and yet nothing actually coming out that you can visually see. It's all energetic right now. But again, this person is, there's so many references to like childhood, to a more simpler, innocent time. And again, I just think it represents the innocence of their view on love before it was tainted. And just know, right now they're sort of, it almost feels like a rebirth, like they're being born but going backwards. And so they're like withdrawing into themselves, and they're starting to slowly deprogram from all of those things that have, harmed them or caused them pain, that have made them feel very, had a skewed view of life, made them feel very disempowered, very grief-stricken, very bitter, and they're returning to this beautiful state of energy where, they're just free, where they're going to, again, feel this call, this power to come forward, and they're going to recognize that they do possess what they need in order to have happiness again, to pursue it, and that it can be theirs, and that life doesn't have to be all just pain. It can be a lot of beauty too, and abundance. So pile 2, I hope you've enjoyed that reading, and I hope it was helpful to you. If it has resonated, I would love for you to like, share, subscribe, interact with the channel in any way that you like. I do have other readings also. I put out pick-a-cards as frequently as I can. Right now, that is several times a week. And I have playlists that are reflecting all of the readings that I provide. So they're all going to be love-based, focused on healing, high-vibrational living, really wonderful stuff I try to bring to the collective. So go ahead and feel free to check that out if you like. And hopefully I will see you in a future reading. Until next time, pile 2, take great care. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the Lime Calcite Tower and the beautiful Tarot de Carlotydes. This is one of my newest decks. I love it so, so much. And today we are asking your person's current intentions towards you. Now, you could be in no contact, limited contact, full separation. You could have seen your person yesterday or a year ago. I mean, this is timeless and meant for you whenever you are finding it, in whatever energy you're finding it. Trust that if you've been guided here, that you have a message within one of these piles for you, and you're here for a reason. So I love how that works. We are going to begin with the tarot, of course. We're going to get lots of oracle cards, some message cards as well. We're going to get lots of detail on your person and what they are currently planning or considering in terms of action, their next actions towards you. And we're going to start, of course, with getting a little bit of context. So we're going to actually look into your person's current thoughts and feelings just briefly. I do have full feelings readings for your person if you're interested in a playlist. But we're just going to go ahead again and take a look a little bit today to get some context. And while I'm shuffling, go ahead and set yourself to be in receiving mode for the messages today from Spirit, that you intend to be open to whatever presents regarding your person, whatever you hear. And once you've done that, also go ahead and select a sign. This can be absolutely anything of significance to you or to your connection that will help to anchor the messages for you and help you to know that you can take them in as true for your situation. So, pile 3. Let's begin with your person's thoughts. We're going to do that as a top row, feelings just beneath, and see where your person is sitting currently energetically regarding the connection. So for thoughts, we have the Devil, King of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Wands. I have no idea why, but I am being guided to pull one more. So let's do that. Okay, the Two of Swords energy. And feelings. We have Judgment. The Six of Cups. The Four of Cups. The Eight of Cups. Queen of Swords. And the Two of Cups. Similar energy in all piles today. Several cards came out for pile 2. And taking cards from the Deep Place Oracle today. This is a gorgeous, independently created deck. Look at those card backs. I really can't with how beautiful those are. Probably the most beautiful deck I own. Melody. And Fullness. I want to make sure that you can see those clearly. There we go. That's good enough. Or, you know what? Let's just do that. There we go. And from the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. I just did a full deck review on this oracle. This just came out on the 1st of March. If you're catching this at all around the time this was first recorded and uploaded, this deck is brand new and it's beautiful. So if you're interested in possibly purchasing or just want to see it up close, go ahead and check that video out. We have the Bloom, Creations Realized, Real Time, Harvest, and Celebrate. That's a very encouraging energy. And we have the Sacred Union, Beloved Within, Inner and Outer Relationships. I have to tell you, pile 3, this is probably the best card in this deck to me. I've pulled it several times, and each time when we get that, especially when we're asking about someone's feelings for you, this person feels they're in love. I mean, we have the Six of Cups energy, This is soulmate energy, deep soul resonance, soul-based connection. We have the sacred union, beloved within, inner and outer relationships. When you think of the beloved, there is no one above this person and above you, I should say, for this person. You are the ultimate, person or being for them. They just see so much beauty in you. They have so much love. Even in their thoughts, they think and, there's a synchronicity between head and heart in terms of their feelings for you. They have such an overflow, an overwhelm almost of emotion, I'm hearing. It's so deep for them, and they think about nothing else. We have this King of Swords energy, and it's coming up over the Six of Cups. Now, while this is not clarifying in any way, they always sync up, right? Spirit always does that. And I just think this person, is constantly reflecting back to times you've had together, is just feeling that this sincere innocence and this sweetness and this beautiful love that you've shared. They're feeling a need for rest, for peace from this overwhelming love. I am feeling like there was other circumstances or other things that chained them or bound them away from this connection, that, there was definitely a sense of negativity or something deeply disturbing that was weighing on them, that came to light and that caused them to need to take a step back and move away from you. And I think they think about that very much, about how they've had to sort of take this journey away from you, and how that pain, that loss of separation, that emotional distance is still haunting them. It's still, I'm hearing, just, it's something they think about all the time, nonstop. They're struggling right now, pile 3. Your person's not in the greatest place. They're really mentally fatigued. I think they're struggling to have any sort of peace right now. They can't make a decision. They can't think things through clearly. They're also trying desperately not to be so obsessively focused on this connection, and yet I don't think that's working out too well for them. We have the Queen of Swords as well. This is emotional distance, and again, could be judgment, cynicism. I do think that they're struggling. We have the Page of Pentacles, to feel worthy enough for you, for this connection. I want to get more backstory on what's actually occurred here, because I have something coming through, but let's make sure that it actually makes sense. We have the Queen of Wands, the Tower. Again, they felt very drawn to you, pile 3. They still are very drawn to you. They see your beauty, your sweetness, your worthiness. Oh my goodness, the counterparts, the King and Queen of Cups. They saw this going someplace permanent, things working out. They can't go back on that. Again, I said in the very beginning, you are their beloved. They're in love. What is this Devil energy? What came to light for them that was difficult? And what is this Tower? What is this Devil? What is this Tower? The 8 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so unfortunately, what they discovered is that they couldn't come forward and show up in this connection in a way that best served everyone involved. They physically had to restrain themselves and hold back. So if you're in no contact with this person, or if there's been some sort of a breakdown, some type of shocking revelation, or just, again, some hurtfulness that has occurred between you, no, it hasn't been easy for this person. They're still thinking about that deeply. But it's, what I'm getting is they couldn't show up in this connection. They couldn't come forward. They couldn't give to you anymore. They still wanted to desperately, but they were held back. They were restricted. Again, this idea of like bondage, attachment, something just very strongly tying them back. It feels very karmic in nature, I'm not going to lie. Could be another relationship or something in their life experience that's just resulted in them not being able to come forward. But, what I'm getting here is, again, feeling so drawn to, feeling such big passion and magnetism. And they can't let that go. The truth, Spirit saying the truth of that illumination, of that enlightenment has just hit them like a ton of bricks. They even thought they could walk away from this connection, and they've seen that they can't do that. It's causing them so much pain. What else do we need to know? We have the 10 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, and the Sun, and the 10 of Cups. This person's coming back. This person's not giving up. They're not letting go. You've been waiting on them. I feel, to make a move towards you, and it's coming very slowly, but it is coming. There's a lot of fulfillment and happiness ahead for the two of you. I'm feeling that very strongly. They have some burdens, they have some things that they need to overcome. But again, this person feels so deeply for you and they're so connected. We have Melody here, and this is a card for me about just, again, that soul resonance, that deep recognition, that deep recognition of just what you mean to them and how deeply they feel for you. When I hear melody or I see the word melody, this card always makes me think of, a song that just plays over and over in your head. You can't, escape it. You can't let it go. It stays with you. And I do think that thoughts of you and thinking back to happier times, thinking also of the future, this person doesn't often stay in a current state of energy regarding the two of you. It's too painful there, I'm hearing. So their thoughts always drift to either the past when things were happier or to the future when things can be hopefully returned to that beautiful state of happiness once again. We have the fullness card as well. Again, this person's sitting in deep reflection here. It's looking like that's something your person's doing quite often, is just sitting, reflecting.
Lunchtime is over. You can take a short walk before getting back to your day.
She interrupts every single pile. And then when I unplug her, it's like I have other alarms set up that I do have to have operational. I've tried to mute her. It doesn't seem to do any good. If you have any advice on her and what I can do to help her stop interrupting, that'd be great. At any rate, this person does appear to be in a very reflective phase right now and thinking a lot about this connection. But again, it's not focusing on the present circumstances. They're too painful. There's too much grief over the loss, over having to step away, because they know that they've caused all of this. They've caused this pain. But with the bloom here, we have creations realized, right time, harvest, and celebrate. So the idea of harvest and right time tells me, again, while it's slow, when I pulled these Knight of Pentacles, this Three of Wands energy, the Sun, 10 of Cups, this tells me that after a period of waiting for the harvest, essentially, the Three of Wands can be about, planning and organizing and strategizing, but it also can just be waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for your seeds to sprout, waiting for your harvest to bloom and to come back and, be the right timing for things, for creation to, again, inspire you to come forward. I do think that creative flow, that inspirational divine energy of desire to reach out, to connect with you, to make things right, I think it gnaws at this person. That's the word I'm getting. It literally gnaws at them. They cannot escape it. Again, with that devil energy is their primary thoughts. With the Three of Swords, they just feel very sad, very lonely, very oppressed. Not a lot of ability to move forward right now, which is sad. I'm sorry that your person's in that energy, because that's not a good place to be. That doesn't feel very good. But at least we know now where they're sitting kind of currently with this energy. So let's take a look now. What are their intentions for you, pile 3, in your connection in, we'll say, the next few months? For pile 3, what are their person's intentions for them, please? We have the Moon. We have the Seven of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Six of Swords. My goodness. Okay. The Eight of Wands, and the King of Wands. Clarifying, we have the Nine of Cups, the Magician, the Knight of Wands. Isn't this beautiful? The Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Wands. Let's get a few clarifiers for some of these, please. from the Priestess of Light Oracle, we have Earth Magic, Fearlessness, removing obstacles. Well, that's lovely. I am seeing some of that here. And we have Adjustment, looking back, moving forward. This came out in the exact same position for pile 2. Different energy though. And Deep Place Oracle once again. As above, so below. And Radiance. So what's so interesting about this pile, about this person, pile 3, is there's really not so much action-oriented energy coming through, and yet there's big shifts energetically that I'm seeing in the intentions. So first and foremost, the moon here, clarified by the 9 of Cups, is all coming through as emotional energy to me, emotional responsiveness. This is really refining what this person desires and what they want to go after, and then actually preparing to go for it. We have the 7 of Swords clarified by the Magician. This is somebody who is goal-oriented, who is ready to create. Again, we had even that card about creations realized. This person is going to get that moment of inspiration. I don't necessarily know if that represents concrete action towards you in the connection. However, it does represent this person sort of getting in gear and getting, getting minded. I don't know why that's coming through like that, but getting minded or in the frame of mind in order to step forward, figuring out how that needs to happen. I do think that this person is conflicted in exactly how and the best way to move forward. I think that's a lot of what holds them up. So for intentions, though, we also have the 6 of Swords with the 7 of Pentacles here. Again, this is a slowly moving on or moving beyond something, that really is holding them back, whether it's limiting beliefs or it's an actual situation, karma of some kind. I want to get more clarity on what this 5 of Swords and 6 of Swords represents. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is working towards a new beginning. So again, this may be slow. This may be progressive, but they are going to start shifting and moving away and strategizing on how they can come back into a rebalance. They can offer this new beginning, that they can have this opportunity for growth of a new beginning with you. And the 6 of Swords, this is temperance, rebalancing, again, alignment, coming together. Again, this person has so much desire and intention in terms of emotion, but I just don't know that it's actually going to manifest right now as concrete action. At the same time, we do have the 8 of Wands here, which is about swiftness. It's about communication, forward momentum. Initially, when I saw this 7 of Wands, look at this card and how this is positioned. So with this person, she's walking on stilts. So if she can focus here, she's walking on stilts, and it just reminds me of, overcoming obstacles. Rather than fighting against something, it's finding a workaround, finding a way, I think, to end a period of lack, of self-limiting belief, of feeling they can't come forward, or that that they're so hung up with that devil energy that there's no way that they can manifest what they want. I think this person is going to actually be shifting out of that. And again, it seems like more of an alignment of head and heart and energy and inspiration and desire and passion and courage to come forward rather than actually doing so. But this is a huge shift for you. This is wonderful, pile 3. And then we have the King of Wands. Again, it's clarified by the 9 of Wands. So this is somebody who's tentatively ready to move forward, ready to take things forward, to manifest and to bring forth a spark of creation. Again, that newness, that liveliness, that passion, that inspiration, that motivation of the Wand suit is going to be coming through very clearly. With the 7 of Cups and the 4 of Swords clarifying, again, I get this idea of somebody who is redefining what their desires are and how they want and hope to achieve them. This is someone daydreaming or taking time to, perhaps consider the practical implications or the practical steps, but also just very much being in this lovey, daydreamy energy. Again, that's where your person currently resides often, is either in the past, thinking, reminiscing, being nostalgic, or in the future, being very focused, future focused on what can happen between you. And I think that's going to be some similar energy that they're going to be utilizing that's going to actually enable them to come forward, to again step into that power, that ability to manifest that new beginning, because they're going to gain the strength and then they actually have to take that first step. You know, if we had the Fool present here, the Fool, you know, is gearing up, but they have to be ready to take that leap. As above, so below. I love this card. This card is so beautiful how it looks. You know, we have as above, and I want to make sure this is focused here. As above is this beautiful, you know, illuminated sky, blue skies, beautiful, you know, abundance and growth, birds, messengers of spirit, this beautiful ball of light here, this, you know, central energy of the moon presenting illumination, enlightenment. You know, it's less prominent because again, I think there's so much illumination and light already happening, so much optimism already happening in this beautiful daytime sky. But then we flip it over, and so below is more of a focus on the void. We have the moon once again presenting, but it's much more prominent, and it's indicative of leaning on intuition and faith in the universal flow, the insights and the divine inspiration that they receive, versus upright, you know, it's taking action, it's flight, it's momentum. We have that same energy, that same image in the Six of Swords card. So there is movement coming. Again, I'm not exactly sure, and we'll get clear on that. We'll ask specifically about what your person's going to do next so we can get a better idea. But, you know, either way, they're regaining their sense of power with this Radiance card. They're definitely showing up and showing out. Eventually, they're getting ready to do so, pile 3. This is huge energy. Their intentions, either way, are to keep moving forward on their path. We don't know what kind of obstacles they're facing, or maybe you do. It'll look different for everyone. But, you know, with earth magic here, this is again taking root, being grounded and practical. Earth magic, fearlessness, and removing obstacles. And I do think that's what they're going to be doing, is removing things that hold them back. Again, limited thinking, fear-based thoughts and beliefs and feelings, you know, feeling very drawn, but yet held back and obstructed and attached and bound to something else. I do think that they're moving on from something, a period of time in their life. I read this card a little differently in the past pile, but adjustment, looking back and moving forward. I think this is a momentary flux energy of someone who's hesitant or apprehensive. Again, different reasoning and different rationale for pile 2, but for you, pile 3, I do think this person may be, again, moving on from something or away from something. There is indication here with the 5 of Swords and the 6 of Swords that there is a slight tinge of, it just doesn't feel great to move forward. Maybe they're in a very, you know, complacent energy. They're very practically stable. They're secure financially. They don't, you know, they're nervous to have a new beginning, to merge with someone and blend with someone their life. Or they could be moving on from another relationship, or moving out of their parents' home for the first time and going to be on their own, whatever the case may be. You know, I do think this adjustment period that's occurring at this present moment, looking back just briefly in order to be able to catalyze them to feel that courage and that strength again to move forward. So big energies for you, pile 3. I want to get a few more and just get more clear on, you know, what is this person's next move towards pile 3? Are they going to take any action within the next few months? Any concrete action? We have the Page of Swords, the Chariot. Oh my goodness. We have the Knight of Swords. Oh boy. The Knave or Page of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. My goodness, pile 3. The bottom of the deck, the Ace of Wands. Okay, so, you know, and we have also the Wheel of Fortune, and that feels relevant. Is this person going to be taking action towards you? Absolutely. In the next few months, this person is going to be coming in a big way. I said the Knight, that is the Page of Swords, in case I didn't say that, and then the Knight of Swords. But we have all of these energies of messages. We have forward momentum with, of course, the Knight of Swords coming in swiftly, possibly suddenly, a shift, a wheel turning, a new beginning being offered. just such beautiful, abundant energy. I love the bunnies in this Queen of Pentacles card, indicative of fertility and abundance. So again, there's a lot of really good stuff ahead for you. And this Chariot energy, Cancerian energy coming through for you. That is a beautiful omen of the divine plan, being divinely guided. This person is on a mission and they are not going to stop until they achieve it. This person is coming in swift. I don't know, how soon, but we asked for the next few months, and absolutely. So it's looking like this person may take quite a while, the majority of this time in the next few months, to really, again, gear themselves up, get themselves, I say, sort of hyped up, right, and ready mentally and within their own energy in order to come forward. And then they're going to do so, and they're going to do so in a big way and very, very quickly. So, my goodness. Wow, that is so beautiful. I really, really love that. Let's go ahead and just pull a few final cards on intentions. The Rose Thread, Inner Call, Soul Led, the Mystic, and Living Courageously. Again, this person is removing obstacles and they are coming for you, pile 3. We have the Bud, Potential Promise, it's about to happen and keep going. This also came out for pile 2. This person there's so much going on beneath the surface. It's coming open. Say yes, expand through the extremes, and trust life. This person is beginning to trust. They are going to be coming back to life. And again, that wheel is turning with the Wheel and the Chariot both presenting. Those are very, very heavy, divine energies coming through for you, pile 3, that this person is about to shift in a big way. And the Breathing Rose, heart healing, emotions, connection, and time eases. So again, give it time, pile 3, but this is going to connect, come around again. This connection is not going anywhere. This person feels so deeply for you, and they're going to be ready. They're going to be ready to do some big things with you in the near future. How exciting. That is incredible. To close it off, let's go ahead and ask for what your person would say. What are some messages for pile 3, please? What would pile 3's person say to pile 3? We have, you will be in my heart until death and beyond. It's heartbreaking we can't have more than we do now. It's like we share the same mind and heart. I tried to stop these feelings, but now you are burning hotter and brighter than ever within me. You are my secret passion. I love you. I hate you. I can't live without you. And I feel like I've been missing you my whole life. You're my lost paradise. You truly have left your mark on this person, pile 3. They absolutely cannot forget you. I feel like I've been missing you my whole life. You're my lost paradise. You truly are their source of happiness. Not that this person doesn't have, other areas of their life that bring them joy, but you really do feel to be something that gave them such a radiance, a joy, a happiness, an optimism, and a faith restored in life again. I think this person was very unhappy for a very long time. And you coming into their experience has really helped them. It's given them their passion back. You are my secret passion. It says, I love you, I hate you, I can't live without you. I don't think this is truly indicative of most people's connections that are watching. So for the viewers, I think what's going on here is there's such deep love, but then there's so much fear. There's so much negative emotion. There's so much attachment. That could even be sort of a hatred for life in general right now, or whatever, again, with that devil energy, whatever they're attached to and held back by. But they can't live without you. They want to be with you so much. They did try to stop these feelings, but now you are burning hotter and brighter than ever within them. We even had that 8 of Cups. This person did try to walk away and step away from you, but again, there's too much deep resonance here, deep soul-based love, a deep connection. It's like we share the same mind and heart, and you will be in my heart until death and beyond. Again, this person cannot escape you. And it's so difficult. It's heartbreaking we can't have more than we do now. We had that 3 of Swords energy presenting, and that Devil card is their thoughts. It is so painful to think about how things are currently, the state of the connection for them at this time. So, I do think that they have a lot of remorse, or a lot of pain and grief that they're sitting in regarding the loss of, or the breakdown of, this connection. It is absolutely heartbreaking and weighing on them so heavily that things cannot be different at this time. But again, there's heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases, the Breathing Rose. There's going to be life breathed back into this connection again. A new breath, heart healing, emotions restored, peace, harmony. It feels like that paradise that you guys had previously that this person reflects on a lot is going to be returning bigger and better in the future. So how exciting, pile 3. I hope you've enjoyed that reading and that it's resonated for you. If it has, I would love and invite you to please like, share, subscribe, engage with the channel any way that you like. And feel free to look around at my other playlists as well. I do lots of pick a card readings, all love-based, focused on healing, high vibrational living, really good stuff. So again, I have multiple playlists reflecting all of those videos. Feel free to check those out. I do hope to see you in a future reading pile.